Good morning, everybody. Hey, we're going to do something a little bit different here at Blue Line RV Adventures. We are at the Phoenix Herpetological Society in extreme North Scottsdale, and we are going to be going to a snake wrangling class. And that's exactly why Karen's not with us here today. She would rather not. Oh, look, there's a turtle over there. I'll show that in a minute. But and that's a good reason why Karen's not here, is because she's not really into snakes, and I would really say I'm not really into snakes either. But we've run into a couple of them at our RV park that we're staying at over in Gold Canyon, Arizona. And I found this class online. They offered it, so without sign up, and go check it out.
Morning on a Wednesday. That probably wasn't the best day to go to sell my guns. And sorry.
Biology major.
Biology major from Arizona State.
Yep, ASU, and I've been working with reptiles really my whole life.
We'll set up here in our classroom. This is where I'm sitting, and then look at this jar. That is some kind of dead snake in there, a great big one, and like formaldehyde or something. But there are lots and lots of snakes here. A lot of other reptiles too. Wow, this is a beautiful, beautiful snake.
Spitting cobra. How old is spitting cobra?
oh my.
The green mamba
Ooh.
instead of the black mamba.
Isn't that?
This one's like the hood's out.
First and most obvious benefit of snakes is that they're great free organic pest control. They don't use any toxic chemicals to keep the rodents away, and they really do a good job of keeping that population down, which is a huge issue for us here, and I'm sure it is for you over in Gold Canyon. Pack rats, if you leave a car here with the hood down for more than a week, you're going to have a pack rat nest in it.
Yep.
So the rattlesnakes really help deal with that issue. The next bullet point, biomedical research and human applied medicine. There is a whole untold treasure trove of medicinal uses for different snake venoms. One of the big ones right now that is getting a lot of press is that the copperhead, who's in that cage on the bottom left there. You'll have a chance to see them at the end if you didn't see them before. They're looking into their venom for ways to control breast cancer and also skin cancer. They found certain proteins in it that will actually attack cancer cells. It's a bit of a game now figuring out how to get it to leave regular cells intact more fully without doing just tons of damage. But the Gila monster is another huge success story. That's one that's helping millions of people already with diabetes. Back in 2013, there's a French laboratory studying Gila monster venom, and they found the mixture of proteins that make up its venom had one peptide in it that, for whatever reason, when injected into rats, it caused the rats to have a spike in insulin. And now that peptide that was originally discovered in Gila monster venom is the main ingredient in 3 different medications for people with diabetes. And one of my favorite ones to geek out about is the McMahon sand viper. Again, is being looked at as a form of cancer control drug. They found a protein in their venom that won't actually kill the cancer cells, but it will bind itself specifically to cancer cells. And then from there, the body recognizes that because it has this extra foreign protein globbed onto it, the body recognizes that it shouldn't be there, and the body will eradicate the cancer itself, at least in rat trials. So there's a lot of really cool applications for the venom of these animals. This will be our go for snake.
Oh, you did pick the wrong one the first time.
I did.
We're good.
But it's still not venomous. So this is Udon, the gopher snake.
What's his name?
Udon. I like the noodles.
Ooh.
And she's kind of wet right now just because I had to rinse out and clean the buckets in a hurry before the class.
Does she like wet or not?
It doesn't hurt them. I actually, whenever I take any of the venomous snakes out, I always soak them because it gives them a chance to hydrate. A lot of our desert animals don't really recognize their standing water in the water dishes. They usually only drink when we're soaking them in a pool of water.
It helps them shed better too.
And it helps them shed better. And every time he's flicking his tongue out, he's smelling us.
Smelling it.
Well,
It's a good size one.
Yep, I wish you lived at my house. Not in the house.
Not in the.
And that one's about 6.5 feet long.
Gophers.
Gopher, yes.
Yeah, he's a good one.
And if you ever hear people talk about bull snakes, it's pretty much the same thing. If they're
So
in
if I
Arizona.
scoop them up?
Yeah, sure.
He's supporting.
I was told we don't have bull snakes.
So technically speaking, we don't have bull snakes, and it's kind of like how Game and Fish says we only have one speckled rattlesnake, and scientists say we've got, I don't know, on the count 4 or 5 different species. According to the real deep in the weeds herpetologists, gopher snakes have more bull snakes have more white speckling on the side, where gopher snakes are more yellow, and then it comes down to counting the number of scales.
Her belly is really soft. It's beautiful.
Great.
Is it really nasty?
And
They're just, yeah.
there's no real right or wrong way for doing head or tails first. You just kind of work with what he gives you to work with. And there's nothing wrong with letting go and re-gripping as many times as you need to.
If
Here he comes.
if you can you squeeze too hard where I'll hurt him?
You can, so before you try this, I'll ask you all just to kind of give your hand a little pinch, just so you can get a sense of what pressure on the handle of the tongs translates to for the
You
snake.
think we're gonna get this done?
You will.
Really?
I gotta warn you, you guys are the first class since like November, so he's had a lot of time to rest and
Like
do
lucky
push-ups
us.
in his
He's
cell.
gotten,
Crabbier than ever.
The good thing is reptiles don't have an efficient way to move lactic acid from their body, so he tires down rather quickly. It's just a matter of keeping your calm
you can wear him out first, huh?
and kind of wearing him out.
Like he's getting tired now, so he's
Yeah. Actually, he's at the point now where I think he's going to stay in there, so I can get the tongs all the way out and then finally put it down. You ready? Perfect.
and then just reach and grab him.
You can either reach in and grab them or tip over the bucket, whatever feels
he bit
most
at me.
comfortable.
There he is.
And then do I let him out or?
You can just set him down on the ground.
Mr. Personality.
And this is kind of good that you're seeing it now, how they'll
Yeah, he's
sometimes
wrapped-
wrap
he's
around
wrapped
it.
Yeah, right. He's
You
fast.
see as he touches body to the ground more, he comes off. So if you're ever trying to catch one and it wraps around, just set the tongs down. He'll let go eventually.
I'm gonna come over
You
toward
can grab him.
you.
I can
Video.
make him run a little bit for you. Perfect.
He's actually kind of heavy.
And you can, yeah.
But he weighs, he's heavier than you expect between this and the tongs.
Well, that's a good thing to notice because a lot of people will try to buy tongs that are longer than this, but the longer your tongs
It's
are,
kind of, weighs it down.
the heavier it feels.
Okay, and then back inside.
Yes, sir.
Interesting. Yeah. Interesting how some snakes move slow, some are just as fast. The ones I've tried to
Get out of the
get close to have been coach whips, which just move like greased lightning.
Those are the one snakes we won't go out and remove because by the time we get there,
Get
they're
there,
always
They're
gone.
gone. You blink and they're
So I know
gone.
exactly what you mean now by putting the lid here.
Yeah, it's just a good way to keep it handy and give yourself a little extra support.
I really don't want to go back in.
No, doesn't like it.
Okay, and then let go.
Hey, good job.
Ta-da!
You did it.
Nicely done.
I will tell you, it's a little heavier than I expected. This weighs a little bit, and then the snake. So it really does help. Take that lid and put it under here, and it's really, really much better.
Just gonna bite those tongs, huh? You're right.
Yeah, it's a little heavier than you thought.
Heavier than you thought. Huh. Yeah, and he's heavy. So let him go for a minute.
Yeah, you can let him go. Let him do his thing.
Yeah, it's cheating if you just put him back
Put
in
him
without
back in,
letting him
yeah.
go.
You're doing great.
He's going to be really tired by the time I
By
get
the
him.
time you get to him, yeah. Okay.
Isn't this fun, Mr. Yellow Snake? You're getting good at it.
Perfect. Oh yeah. It goes right out to our neighbor's house.
Yeah, he's out. Well, sort of.
Let me know if you want me to flip the bucket for you.
So that's pretty funny, as you said. They just
Kids,
wanna
do
get
not try
back
this
in
at
there.
home.
Yeah, kids do not try this at home.
Good job. This compound's getting this down pretty good.
So after several practice runs of wrangling up the rattlesnake, which by the way, I was successful in each one, I had to do my final, my final exam and passed it, and the instructor Joe was able to film it up close for me, so it was really awesome. And I did get my certificate here from the Herpetological Society that I've successfully completed the program for snake handling and removal of Arizona native species. So if you've got a king cobra underneath your RV and you come knocking on my door at 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to tell you to call someone else. But a rattlesnake, I should be able to remove it. Hopefully, I should be able to. But you have to understand that the Arizona or the Phoenix Herpetological Society is a lot more than just handling snakes. They've got all sorts of reptiles there, and it was really a lot of fun. It is an accredited zoo. It's $20 for adults to get in, $15 for kids. I would highly, highly recommend it. And this is just a few of the examples of some of the other animals and wildlife they have there, and a few of the other ones that we got to interact with.
Beads. Oh, it feels just like it looks.
Big tails.
Yeah, on top of snakes and things like that, they have a lot of other reptiles here, including desert tortoises. In fact, there is a whole bunch of tortoises. And they're doing the smart thing, they're trying to get out of the sun. Perfect. That is waking. This is a skink, right?
Yeah, it's a blue-tongued skink.
Where are they native to?
Australia.
Australia?
I believe so, yeah.
Wow, he's actually very docile. Thank you so much. Okay, so that's going to wrap it up from the Phoenix Herpetological Society. I will tell you that is probably one of the best things I've ever done in the Phoenix metro area. And I was born in Phoenix. It was just a lot of fun. Got to handle all kinds of snakes and animals. You'll see some video of me touching some lizards and some skinks and things like that. I was touching a Gila monster, and I'm not afraid of snakes, but I've never really handled snakes before. I've never had a pet snake or anything like that. They don't really freak me out, but I've never handled one as a pet or anything. And we started off with non-venomous snakes, and we finished up with rattlesnakes. Here I was a couple hours into the class, and I'm basically lassoing, or I shouldn't say lassoing, but I'm wrangling up rattlesnakes and putting them into a bucket. And that was a lot of fun. Joe, our instructor, was just an outstanding guy, recent grad from Arizona State University with a degree in biology, and he wants to stay on with the Herpetological Society. He thinks it's a very worthy organization, so do I. Again, highly recommend it. And it's also an accredited zoo. It's not just for snake wrangling or anything like that. If you want to go there, bring the family out, it's $20 for adults, $15 per kids. They have all kinds of animals there. You're going to get up close and personal with them, and it was really a neat experience. I would highly recommend going there. If you want to attend the snake, I call it snake wrangling class. I guess it's a venomous snake venomous snake handling class, I guess what they're calling it. It is $100 just to go there, where you're going to go through the classroom portion of it, and then you're going to basically wrangle up non-venomous snakes. Then you're going to kind of graduate up to the rattlesnakes. It's $180 if you want them to give you brand new tongs to grab snakes, and a bucket if you think you're going to encounter some snakes out in the wild. But again, highly recommend it. Had a great time, and it's a great organization to support. Phoenix Herpetological Society.